Welcome back. It is week 2 of Pantry Challenge, and I know this week has a crazy title, Why I Spent $600 This Week Alone During Pantry Challenge, and we will get to all of that, but I have a few updates for you on things that have been eaten. So the first is I've now eaten 2 of those oatmeal packets, which is something I'm trying to work through, so that is great. And also, since the last time we chatted, I did use up quite a bit of the already opened vegetables in the freezer, so I'll show you how that's looking. So the goal here is to use up all of these opened veggies, except maybe not like these things, but that way we have this just as a clean start. So we are getting a lot closer. Now the plan for this week, I'm going to be cooking a lot of things. I am going to be cooking some like oatmeal cookies that have carrots in them, like a carrot cake cookie, so that'll use up some of the carrots, and my plan is still use up all of the things on my list. So there's a lot of things that we've already used, and there's a lot of things that I still want to use, and so I will give you a brief little update here on what things we've used and what things we haven't used yet. Okay, in the canning pantry we've used 1 of these chickpeas. We have not used any baked beans yet. Let's see, we haven't used the sweet potatoes, and we have used 2 of the zucchini pineapple, but we haven't used the liquid only one. So I haven't checked off chickpeas or zucchini pineapple yet because I still want to use some more of them. Then moving into the pantry, we did use a red curry paste, but not the Thai brand. And let's see here, we have not used any of these things yet, but we did use some almond flour, so we are moving right along. I ate 2 of the nacho protein chips. There is 1 left. There was 1 hiding in my lunchbox, so there was more than I thought. And I did use those 2 packets of breakfast oatmeal, and I did use a cup, I think. Yeah, a cup of oatmeal in the carrot cookie oatmeal cookies. And then, let's see here. Haven't used any of those yet, but I did use some whole wheat flour. In the outside freezer, all of these things are still there. And then in the main freezer, biscuits and gravy casserole, I'm working through little by little. Same with the grits casserole. Actually, I haven't eaten any of the grits casserole in a week or 2. I think the Thanksgiving rolls are gone, but I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. And then I did use some squash, but not all of it, from 2023, and that's the goal. And let's see, I have marked some things as completed. So we ate the uncooked enchiladas. That's so funny. I just put raw chicken in the enchiladas. That's why I call them uncooked. The drumsticks were eaten, and rice noodles. That's funny. Pumpkin pie bars are eaten. The cubed bread was made into those little, what do you call those things? French toast, like mini French toast bites. And then the chili and meatloaf. So that's where we're at so far. I think we're doing pretty well for being on week 2. And then let's get on to the big shocking title, why did I spend $600? So if you recall, in the original Pantry Challenge video, I said this year for me was not about money. It was more about using up the things so before they go bad. I didn't want to have things sitting in my fridge or freezer or pantry for years on end to the point where they don't taste good anymore or they're past their date. I'll still eat things if they're past their date in reason, if they're still good, but I want to be using things up. So I'm still focused on that. That's my main priority. And at the same time, I'm also stocking up. So if you're with me when we do this in September, we do Shelftember, and then we do Stocktober right after it, where we're not spending more money than our usual amount, but we're stocking up when things are on sale. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just doing it in conjunction. So the $600 was not only food, it was also household supplies, cat supplies, and I'm going to continue to spend as I see things being on sale or a good deal. And I'll show you throughout the whole week as things come in, because they're not here in like one nice big package where I can just be like, look at all this stuff on my counter. They're gonna come in pieces because I ordered it all online. Okay, I don't remember where we left off because I just was talking to my husband for a little bit. I think I was saying that I am trying to stock up on things as they're on sale. So throughout this week, I'll show you what we're eating. I'll also show you all of the items that come in as they come in, and I'll give you my tips and tricks for how I purchase them. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you my earrings. These are little hats. They're like winter hats with snowflakes on them. And these are available in my Etsy shop. I just relaunched it, and I have a few winter hats, and I have some Valentine's Day earrings. So go check those out. Okay, on to what we see so far. So these items, all the laundry detergent, I got this from Target because Target had well, a little while ago, they had buy a $500 gift card for $450. So anytime that's an option, I do it because that's 10% off any of your future purchases. And I use Target for my groceries and household supplies. So that's like banking me 10% off of every single grocery that I buy within that $500. So we already had that. On top of that, for household items, there was a deal. If you buy 3 household items, you will get a $15, was it 15 or 10? 10. So for the household items, there was a deal going on. If you buy 3 of these certain types of items, then you could get a $10 gift card. So these are $12 each, and I bought 3 of them, which you don't have to buy 3 of the same item. You could buy 3 of any of the household items and get $10 back, but this is really what I needed, so that's what I bought. A trick with this though is if it's 3 and then you get 10 back, buy 3 of the cheaper items because then you get a bigger percentage back. But if you're doing something like laundry detergent, you still want to make sure to be looking at your price per load. And so in this scenario, it's cheaper for me to buy the smaller with the handle, which is actually nice because they make less of a mess, than it is to buy the like jugs that you just like push the spout. Because if I did those, I would still get just $10 back. And so in this case, I almost got a whole one for free. Well, I did after you include the 10%. I basically got 2 and bought 1 free. That's kind of how that worked out. Whereas if I'd bought the bigger ones, that wouldn't be the case. I would have money off, but like it would end up being more expensive. Does that make sense? That's something that I'm always looking for is, will the smaller quantity end up being less per load or per whatever it is that I'm using? So I got those. Those are on a great deal. Didn't exactly need them, but who knows what's coming in 2025. So we will see. I'm trying to stock up on things. So the whole reason that I'm doing this, occasionally I get this bug where I feel like I need to have everything stocked up in my house. And right now I don't feel like I have as much in my house as I usually do. And I don't know what's going to happen over the next year and how expensive things are going to be. There's talks about potentially seeing a lot of inflation. And so just in case that happens, I'm stocking up on things now. And then I just got Snuggle because I also got some of these without. These are the cold water clean and this one has Downy in it. And honestly, I just wanted Snuggle because it's been a long time since I've had it. And years ago, they actually gave out little tiny Snuggle bears about this big with their Snuggle packets, and I still have it. It doesn't smell like Snuggle anymore. Okay, I was going to move on to the next, and I'm like, I'm missing something. I bought something else. So the rest of what's out here is actually from Sam's Club. I did a big Sam's Club order that had shipping and delivery, and it's coming in pieces. So this is the first piece that came, and then some of it got canceled. I had to reorder, so we'll see what all shows up. But I usually buy bananas from Target through their app, and then I order by the banana or through King Soopers, and we just walk in and buy them. So I've never bought bananas by the bundle before or by the pound. I've only ever bought it by like count of bananas. And I did look at Safeway and they were buying them by the bunch, and their bunch had 4 to 5 bananas. So I bought 2 bunches of bananas. We buy bananas every week. And a bunch is like 9 bananas. So I only needed 1 bunch. So now I know if I order at Sam's Club, 1 bunch of bananas is what we need. That just means more for smoothies, more for banana bread. So we buy those every week. That's going to continue. For my stocking up, I bought 2 packages of beef sticks. And here is what I do when it comes to anything with protein. I see 10 grams of protein is $1. If it's more than that, I won't buy it. 20 grams of protein, $2, and that's each. So each stick I see basically 10 cents per gram of protein, and if it's more expensive than that, it's too expensive for me. And I wait until things go on sale or I load coupons together to get them. So I don't remember exactly how much this was, but it ended up coming out to be that. I also got some lunch meat, some ham, because there's quite a few things I like to make with ham, and I'm just stocking some things up. So I will put that in the freezer. And then this is the one thing that was not on a really good deal is the ground beef. This is $93.7. I love to wait until King Soopers, which is Kroger, has this on sale for $3.97 a pound. And I've been watching it and it hasn't happened, and I'm really low on ground beef. I just have 2 available downstairs. And then I bought 2 for about $2.50 or something like that a week or so ago. You saw that in I think the last video. I like to have, you know, 15 to 20 pounds at a time. And so I did buy 3, and I'm just going to use these for my cooking today because they're already thawed because they came straight from the store. These were $4.75 or something like that, $4.80, which is more than I prefer, but it's not much more. They're going for like $8-9 right now, and I'm not paying $8-9 for a pound of ground beef. I want to stick between like the $4 or $5 range. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that, and as soon as ground beef goes on sale, if I can find it, I'm stocking up. Then last but not least is cheese, which is a good price at Sam's Club. And you guys, I bought block cheese. It has been over a year since I've shredded my own cheese, and the goal is to shred this cheese. So hopefully in this video, you will see me shredding the cheese, and then I will freeze it because we can't go through this much cheese at once. And I bought the Tillamook brand, which I've never bought before, but that's what they had for the big blocks. And a lot of people like it, so we'll give it a try. Okay, that was a lot of talking. That's all I have for right now, and things will be coming in. So as they come in, I will show you what I got, and I'll talk through how I did the deals to save money. And the totals was, it was about $308 for food. And then it was a split about even, a little bit more on the household supplies for the other, you know, a little bit under 300. So it was like $150 for pets and $150 for household supplies. All right, we'll be back when more groceries come in, or when we're making something or cooking something or shredding some cheese, and we'll see you later. Okay, we're back in the kitchen. We're shredding the cheese. It's already partially shredded because I was recording and the battery died and the memory card had an error. So we did not get that clip. But what I'm doing is we got out the KitchenAid for the first time since I did the Zacme video. Still love my Zacme mixer. Going to use the KitchenAid because it has the attachment, but my attachment is a Zacme attachment. So I know not everybody loves the Zacme because you can buy replacement parts for the KitchenAid for like $150, but I wanted the DC motor and it was only $180 for that whole mixer. So it was basically the same price as like fixing this one. So we got ourselves another mixer. So we're shredding the cheese. I've cut the cheese up into blocks, and you missed me being excited that most of it landed in the bowl. And so we are going to continue on. I'm using a bag, just like one of those cheap sandwich bags, so I don't touch the cheese. I don't think I tightened that enough. See, that's the thing. Like, the way that the knob goes, it's so hard to tighten. Okay, try that again. Okay, I think I just didn't have it pushed in all the way. I'm so excited about this, you guys. It's been over a year since I've had fresh shredded cheese. Fresh frozen, I'm gonna freeze it, but that is fantastic. So I think I'm gonna put it in quart bags. I haven't figured out the best way to get the cheese into the bag. We're gonna use tongs. This is working very well. Not me thinking I could hold it and be like, cheese. That worked very well. We got 3 bags. So now we need to do the medium cheddar. Okay, it is really good. Okay, next up, we have all of the cheese ready. We're doing it all at once this time. I don't know why this one's yielding more than the other one, but that's all right. Maybe because it was a harder cheese. We did it. These are gonna go in my freezer. Oh, I might need them for cooking. Maybe I'll keep one of them out, or I might have cheese. I'll have to see. And then I need to get everything else cleaned up. All this little bit will not go to waste. I'm just not going to freeze it because I'll have to touch it to pick it up. Okay, our second set of groceries has arrived, and I just got notification that a third is on the way. It's kind of funny when you order shipping, how items come through. So let me explain what I got and how I found the deals. So Red Bull isn't always the best of a deal, but at Sam's Club, it's very cheap compared to, if I don't buy Red Bull, my husband will buy it from the gas station, and those are so expensive. So the cheapest place to buy them is Sam's Club right now, unless you find a great deal. So my thought is, if I keep it stocked, he won't buy it from the gas station, which will save us a lot of money. I also got protein bars. You know, I told you yesterday that it's 10 cents per gram of protein is what I look for. Anything less than that is great. So if there is a bar with 10 grams of protein, I won't pay more than $1. If there's a bar with 20 grams, I won't pay more than $2. However, if it's cheaper than that, that's even better. And I bought these for the first time, and I'm working through, there's something in chocolate protein that kind of gives me migraines, I think, but maybe not quite. I ate one of these last night, and not just this brand, but all the brands, and I felt a little off. I didn't have a headache or anything, but my vision was off for a while. So I'm still trying to work through the whole migraine situation, but I bought these. They're actually delicious. They're so good, and I'm trying to figure out what way I like to eat them best. I have seen somebody online say they like to put them in the microwave for 10 seconds. So I tried that yesterday. And then I have a friend who says that putting them in the freezer is delicious. And then of course there's just regular. So I haven't tried all the ways, but we have that. Just stocked up on crackers. I did look at all of the websites to see where they were the cheapest for all of these items. I checked Safeway. Let's see, I checked Amazon Fresh, Amazon, Safeway, Target, Walmart, and Sam's Club. I didn't check King Soopers, which is Kroger, for everything, because I know what I typically can get there on sale and what I can't. So that's what we have for the second round of Sam's Club. And then I did stock up on every one of the vitamins that I take from Amazon. So these are the 3 that I take. I have stopped taking a multivitamin because I've found that if I get too much vitamin B, which is something a lot of people are low on, especially a lot of people with neurological issues, like my hands and feet tingle, but I'm not low on it. And if I have too much of it, then my legs hurt. I get the most leg pain ever, and they hide it in things. So you have to be really careful when you're buying different vitamins to see what they're hiding in them, because that can be terrible. So I take a vitamin D because everybody's low on vitamin D, and my labs had come back in previous years saying that. So I do take turmeric because turmeric is anti-inflammatory, which does help with the tingling. If I ever get really big flares, an easy way to calm the tingling down is to go on an anti-inflammatory diet and avoid eating mainly gluten. Is one of the biggest ones. But so this is turmeric, curcumin, I don't know. I have to be really careful to check to make sure they don't include ginger, because the ones that include ginger don't help as much and kind of make me feel not as great. Then I also take acetyl L-carnitine, which is good for the neurological as well. This is a new one that I haven't tried before. This one is a new one that I haven't tried before, but I got the 3,000 milligrams because it is 1,000 per capsule, and I usually take 1,000, and so it was like super cheap, $6, and that'll last me 90 days. So I stocked up on all of these. Right now, I used to always have one ahead, but I haven't been recently. I've been waiting till I need them and then buying them, but I'm getting myself one ahead again, and I mean, a lot of these are like 90 days worth, and that's just because they were on a good deal and because I don't know what's going to happen with that inflation. The last thing is behind me. That's the Bounty. I've bought a lot of different paper towels. I'm usually not too specific in which one I get, but the Bounty is the best in my opinion. So I did kind of splurge to get that, but I usually buy it from Target, and this is why I started thinking about it. Well, one, we're starting to run low, and then, but I usually don't buy 2. That's a ton. That'll last us probably a full year. But I was looking at Target because Target had that $10 off of household items. So I could get $10 off at Target. And at Target, they were like $22 for a 6-pack. Yeah. And then they were $18 for an 8-pack at Walmart. And I looked and they were the same, like triple size. Yeah, triples. And it was way cheaper at Walmart without using a coupon than it would have been at Target with using the coupon. So I used the coupon at Target for the Tides that were over here yesterday, and we got those really cheap. So it definitely pays to be looking at all the different stores when you're making your purchases. And that's a lot of why I like to do it online, because you can really compare items at the same time. Whereas if you're in the store, you're in one store. So you can't tell what the other stores have just by looking at the store that you're in. All right, we're going to be getting more food in shortly, so as soon as we do, I will show you that. It has not been very long, and the next part of the order came in. We have some protein drinks. I use the same rule of thumb for the grams of protein, some tomato paste, and a few more protein bars, and then some coffee creamer, which we haven't had a name brand coffee creamer in a long time, and that was cheaper than getting it at Walmart or Target and their name brands. And back here I did get some toilet paper from Sam's Club. We've never tried this brand, so I have no idea how it will be. It is a new day and I am in my entryway because I have some litter. I got 4 things of litter on a pretty good deal, and this is stocking up for the kitty cats. And speaking of kitty cats, I also got them a huge bag of food. I've been buying smaller bags, so we'll see if they can still eat this food. This is the food I used to buy them. I switched to slightly different but same brand, so we're gonna give it a try. And then here's where I stocked up for me. I got 50 pounds of flour, and usually I've been buying my flour in 5-pound bags and I just dump the whole bag, but I got 25-pound bags, so hopefully this will work out well for us. They were like 10 bucks each, which ended up being cheaper by a little bit than the 5-pound bags. And then a few more protein items, protein bars, protein chips. Same story goes with grams of protein and cost. And then there's a few more items that'll scraggle in, but I think that's where we're going to call it, is that we have quite a bit of food. So overall, I decided that this year I do still want to use everything up. So that's my plan. My big goal is use things up in the pantry challenge. However, it's really important to me to stock up. There's a lot of things that could potentially be coming this year for all sorts of different reasons. And so being stocked up, I think, is going to be good for peace of mind. So next week we will be back on to cooking and fun content. But this week I thought I'd show you all of my groceries and show you some of my tips along the way. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in some other pantry challenge videos, I will pop them up over here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.